what the heck are you doing? Are you opening that? Oh, was I not supposed to? What is up, everybody? You're watching another episode of Mirandalorian Outpost. I am your host, as always, Ryan Mirandalorian. And today we have a very exciting toy review. I've been waiting for these to finally get released. I'm a big fan and enthusiast of anything Kenner related. And by that, I mean the original Star Wars Kenner figures. I have purchased every single set that they have released for the Retro Collection remake of these new Star Wars toys. Not only have they re-released a lot of the original figures in the same type of packaging, they're also making new Star Wars content like Disney Plus shows like Ahsoka and Mandalorian in the same Kenner Retro Collection style. Another company that I've reviewed on this channel before is Gentle Giant, and what they do is they take the original Kenner figures and they make 12-inch scale versions of them. As you can see behind me, I have my Boba Fett, my Book of Boba Fett, a Tusken Raider, as well as a Sand Trooper, which are all made by Gentle Giant, which are 12-inch versions of the original Kenner toys. And here is a 12-inch jumbo of the Boba Fett figure next to the Retro Collection of the Boba Fett figure. Now, this is the retro one, not the original. I do have one. But the retros are remakes, so they're pristine like you were to buy them brand new in the store. And like I mentioned, I do purchase every single one that's released because I just love the Kenner old school style of these figures. So I have the entire Book of Boba Fett line. I have the entire Mandalorian seasons 1 through 3, I believe they've released. But this set just came out and it just arrived today, so I'm really excited to open it and unbox it with you. And here it is. This is the box. It comes with 3 figures, Retro Collection of Attack of the Clones, and then 3 figures for Revenge of the Sith. Normally, they've released these 6 figures at a time, and it's weird that they're splitting it up for 2 films this time. Phantom Menace got 6 complete figures. A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi each got 2 sets of 6 figures that were released. So it's kind of weird that they're splitting it up this time. I would hope that they would then release a second pack that's also half Attack of the Clones, half Revenge of the Sith to finish off at least 6 figures per film. Because as you can see, there's no Obi-Wan figure in here. So I think they're probably going to do that. At least I'm hoping that they would do that. As for the box, it's pretty basic. They all look the same. They have that kind of fake like crinkling of the cardboard to make it look old school. Let's go ahead and open it. Here they all are. Starting off with Attack of the Clones Mace Windu. Packaging looks great. It looks like that old Kenner style. The backs are a little bland. I would have liked that they would have carried over the Kenner design as well, where they have the printout of the figures on the back, but it's pretty basic. That's not a big deal. And there he is. He's so tiny, you probably can't see him that well. He looks fantastic. I love the old school lightsabers, how it's just a solid color. They almost look like they're swords or katanas. They don't look like lightsabers whatsoever. I also really like the fabric cape. Now, some of the old school Kenner toys, they came with a vinyl cape, and then later some were re-released with a fabric cape. So it's always cool which ones they choose to release with a fabric or a vinyl when it comes to these new figures. Next, we have Padme Amidala in her signature white outfit. And there we have Padme, sorry. She looks great. I think the detail on her is perfect. Again, a really simple fabric cape. And here is her blaster, which has that old school Kenner feel to it, which I appreciate. And this is the one that I pretty much bought the entire set for. I am obviously a huge fan of a certain character. And so when they released a retro style of Jango Fett, I had to get that whole set regardless. I wanted all the other figures too, but this is the best one. I'm half tempted not to open this one. It's so rad. Okay, let's open it. Grievous is the best one, like I said. And what's amazing is that the rocket on the back is the same design as the rocket for Boba Fett. I'm glad they kept that same detail rather than do a completely new sculpt. I'm glad that this looks pretty much the same. And there's Jango Fett, one of the coolest bounty hunters in all of Star Wars. It is flawless. It was perfect. Perfect. Everything down to the last minute details.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything down to the last minute details.
Chef kiss. Moving on to Revenge of the Sith, we have General Grievous. This is a pretty nice figure. However, I don't really think it looks that Kenner stylish, you know, the very basic design, very simplified, not much detail. I think it has too much detail. It almost looks like just the original Revenge of the Sith toys, but nevertheless still is a great figure. And there's Grievous. He's actually a lot cooler than I thought he was going to be. Again, I still don't think it looks really Kennery enough, but, you know, that's a small gripe. It is still a really cool figure, and I'm glad that they made him. How could you not make General Grievous if you're doing a retro style of Revenge of the Sith? And here we have the Clone Trooper. This is actually really sick. I love the card. I think the purple looks great. The detail looks really good, very simplified, very cool. Except for the gun. The gun is actually a little too detailed. Open this guy up. And there's the Clone Trooper. He is great. I think he looks fantastic. Looking at the gun a little more closely, I think it does look more like a Kenner style. I do wish it was blue, though, because a lot of the Kenner guns were blue. So I think it would have been cool if it was like a blue hue to it, kind of like the other ones, but again, minor gripes. And last and never least, this is Anakin Skywalker in the retro design, and I gotta say, I underestimated how much I would have liked this figure. I'm a big Anakin Skywalker fan. I just didn't think it was going to transition well to the retro style, but I think they nailed it. I think that looks fantastic. There he is, Anakin Skywalker. He looks great, a really cool figure, and I'm really excited to get him next to the Vader Kenner Retro Collection figure that I have as well. Well, that's it for this review. I think this is an amazing set of figures that they just released. Hasbro, please release the other 6 that should go into this line. I got this from Shop Disney. It's available now. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy collecting.